nobody on this road that can save your soul. Almost lost control now. Tell me what you need in a friend and now. Pray that we endure to the end again. I'm just saying that I'm here for you. When the world turn against you, I'ma be with you. Got my sword in my hand, you can count on me. I won't run and hide, fight mightily.
Waiting on you, O.F.I. See the Jacob, I'm the apple of my father's eye. I learned the truth for who I was and it made me cry. If I don't keep the laws of Yah, then I'm gonna die. Living curses, but I'm edifying in my verses. Prepare the hearses for the heathens who be steady learning.
Says my mic is muted. All praise to the Most High. How about Shema Mashek, woman like O.F.I, to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. Greetings through the Spirit. You know, I've been doing this 50 for 50, 50 lives post Pentecost, right? We know it's 50 days from the Shabbat following Passover into Pentecost, the Feast of First Fruits, which we already have passed. Pentecost is come and gone. And so now in the spirit of post-Pentecost, of still wanting to bring forth fruit, righteous fruit. So tonight, you know, it's a lot of, everybody wants to obtain success in life, some sort of success, whether that's business success, whether that's marital success, relationship goals, you know, whether that's a family success or family goals, having some sort of goal structure. And it came to me just a short while ago, and I was meditating on what to bring out tonight, that how do I obtain success and what is success? So I just want to bring out a couple of precepts through the Spirit and power, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, on what defines biblical success. And just keep this in your mind, y'all, as you're moving out here in the world, as you continue to grow in the truth, as you continue to strive for success, as you continue to build a foundation or a framework on what you deem as what are the requirements and how do you obtain success. You have to keep in mind that there's two different types of successes. There's success by the world standards, and then there's biblical success as far as what are the tenets or what is the foundation of having biblical success. So the book of Joshua chapter 1 and verse 8, as you see on the screen, reads, "This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success." So y'all, straight up and down, good success is following the commandments of the Most High God and aligning. You know, there's a big thing now. Everybody wants to talk about alignment. Let me get my life in alignment. Alignment. If you really wanted to align yourself with the criteria of being successful, you got to be aligning yourself up with the Bible. You got to be aligning yourself up with righteousness. This should be your blueprint. If not, you don't really have success. What you have is temporary gain. You may have temporary positioning, but that's not true success. And ultimately, it's not going to last, right? So I want to move on to Philippians 3, 7 through 8. So the book of Philippians 3, 7 through 8. And you know, Drake had a song called, this is one of his early hits called "I Just Want to Be Successful." So this is how you be successful. Philippians 3, 7 through 8. "But what things were gained to me, those I counted loss for Yahushua." Because a lot of things that when you're moving in this worldly mentality that you may consider gain, like having a lot of women, or hey, some women think it's gain having a lot of men, and having a heavy rotation, you know, it may be certain things of how you hustle or ways that you go about to obtain that paper spread, as they say, that money. It may be a certain type of way that you dress. You know, you might think that just clothes are dressed, and if you dressing nice and you're an Israelite and you don't got fringes on your shirt, then I mean, you're not keeping the law, right? So everything, once again, to that Joshua 1 to 8, and the things that you once probably counted as valuable, or the things in which that you wanted to obtain, or the ways that you wanted to go about obtaining them, you come to find out that those ways are vanity, and that really doesn't define true success. Yea, doubtless, and I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of a Mashiach Yahushai, or Jesus Christ, as is written, my Lord, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I might win Christ. So anything that you had to shed off, or anything that you had to lose in order to gain this truth, in order to gain the knowledge, in order for the Most High to put the Spirit on you to increase in righteousness, right? It may be you had to shed old environments. You may have lost friends. You may have lost loved ones. You may have lost family members. You may have lost a significant other. You may have lost a job. You may have lost positioning. You may have lost material things. You may have lost a home. You may have lost whatever things that you've lost. The scriptures say you count those as shit. All right. Dung is doo-doo. So I count them as being nothing when I compare it to my salvation and to get in the kingdom. So this is going over once again what true success is. And I'm going to wrap it up with Proverbs 16:3. Like I said, I wasn't going to be too long-winded. Proverbs 16:3. Commit thy works unto the Lord Yahweh, and thy thoughts shall be established. True success is having a mind aligned with the divine. Once again, true success is having a mind aligned with the divine. With that, Brother Nakamaya, brothers of O.F.I, I want to give all praises, glory, honor to the Most High God. Yahweh is the name of the Most High God. By Hashem, we do it in the name of his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai. True success is keeping the commandments, keeping the faith in Christ, and repenting. All right. That's how you get true success. Shalom.